2 years and a month after the Boston Marathon bombings, there is a palpable sense of relief in the city tonight now that the penalty phase of the trial has ended. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev is headed for death row, but as Dahler reports, it will be years before the case is closed for good.
Dzhokhar Tsarnaev has not seen the last of the inside of a courtroom. He is about to begin making his way through one of the most convoluted journeys in the legal system, death penalty appeals. Many of the people most affected by his actions, like Liz Norden, feel a sense of closure.
I have to watch my two sons put a leg on every day, so I don't know closure, but I can tell you it feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
But Boston College law professor Robert Bloom says the saga will not be over soon, if ever.
The likelihood of him actually being killed by the state is minimal.
So this could go on for decades.
That's the tragedy, I would say, of this. Whether or not he will actually be killed by the government in this case is somewhat problematic. I'm not sure it'll ever happen.
That's why Martin Richards' family urged prosecutors to settle for life. In an essay published April 17th, they wrote, "We hope our two remaining children do not have to grow up with the lingering, painful reminder of what the defendant took from them, which years of appeals would undoubtedly bring." In fact, the average period between sentence and execution nationwide in 2013 was 15 years. Executions are even more rare in federal cases. Since Congress reinstated the death penalty in 1988, 71 people have been put on death row, yet only 3 have been executed, the last in 2003. Timothy McVeigh, who was convicted of blowing up the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City in 1995, was executed 4 years after sentencing, but only because he dropped his appeal. Tsarnaev has given no indication he intends to do the same. The first appeal is automatic. His attorneys will likely ask for a new trial, and barring that, will begin a series of appeals all the way up to the Supreme Court.
They can only appeal legal issues in the case, not the actual facts of the case. But, Jim, legal scholars say there is one issue where they might have a chance, and that is the change of venue. Despite the fact that there's hardly a person in this city that didn't suffer something from the Boston bombings, he refused to move it out of town.